Growing on YouTube is tough. Or maybe you've been on this journey for a little while and you're just feeling like you're stagnant. You're not seeing the growth that you want to see, or you just might be wanting to give up. You know, I'm still learning some truths about growing on YouTube, some brutal truths. I want to do that today along the way, and might help you decide you're going to hang in there a little bit longer. So hang with me. I'm going to be right back with some of those 6 brutal truths about growing on YouTube. I like to run down some truths that I've learned as a relatively new content creator starting out on YouTube. You may have started on this YouTube journey and you thought it was going to be like, oh, it's going to be so easy. It's going to be like just getting that camera or the phone and sit in front of it and just start making videos. And it was going to be like, oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get those 1,000 subscribers and those 4,000 watch hour, and it's going to be easy breezy. And YouTube, I'm going to be rich. YouTube is going to make me rich. Well, you know, maybe that's not what really happened. I'm pretty sure that's not how it happened. So what I want to tell you is, so that your expectations won't be all up to the moon and just something that you're going to properly experience along the way. All right, let me start with number 1. I don't want to waste too much of your time, but I'm just going to run it down to you, these brutal truths that I've discovered from just starting out several months ago. Number 1, your family and your friends, they really don't care, honey. They don't care about you starting a channel. You might be all excited about it and you want to tell them all about it. And you just like, oh, guess what? I'm going to start a YouTube channel. Guess what? I just started posting some videos on YouTube. And you're expecting them to be excited. You're expecting them to give you a round of applause. You're expecting them to be like, oh, let me know when your first video drop. Oh, I'm going to be there to support you. No, honey, that's not going to be the case. Most of the time, that's not going to be the case. And it's not that they don't love you or they don't care about you, but they're just not interested in what you got going on. So the key is you need to get with other like-minded people who are doing the same things that you are. You might need to establish you a community or a group of people that are doing the same thing that you are doing, just to keep your sanity and knowing that it's not crazy. You're not crazy. You might want to get with some like-minded people that have the same mindset that you have, somebody that can relate to what you're doing. Because for the most part, your family, you know, unless they have their own YouTube channels and they understand the struggle, they understand what you're going through, they really are not going to be a great support for you the way that you think they should be. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that they don't support you, not saying that they don't care about you, but it's just that they don't have an interest probably in the things that you're doing. They can come on along and join with you later with what you got going on, but for the most part, you know, just keep it to yourself. You don't have to be telling everybody all your business. Just, you know, move in silence. You know, be like a ninja. Move in silence. Keep your business to yourself. So just know that friends and family, they're not going to be your number 1 supporters. Just saying. I'm just saying. Number 2. You cannot allow the haters to bring you down. Because you know why? Haters gonna hate. So don't let those people that are negative, you know, maybe the ones that you did tell about it that maybe you shouldn't have told, you should have kept your mouth shut. You might have told them about, you know, starting your channel, and you might have sent them a link to watch your videos on YouTube, and they watched it and they're like super critical, and they're like, you know, telling you all the things that you're doing wrong, or like, why are you doing that on that? Why are you talking about that? Ooh, look at your hair. Ooh, what are you talking about all that for? You know, these haters. And then not to mention the trolls that gonna probably come on. You know, you're gonna have all kind of people coming on saying hateful things, and you know, because haters are gonna hate. So you can't let the haters deter you from moving forward. You know, I heard a really sad story. To me, it was sad because this young lady, she's like, to me, I don't know her personally, but just from watching her videos, you know, it's like she has such a kind heart, and she's just like friendly, and she mentioned how, you know, she was being trolled and she didn't understand why, you know, and you know, she already had some things she was dealing with, and you know, things like anxiety and things like that, and she just mentioned how that just really had her down, you know, and she just felt really bad about it. But, you know, eventually she realized that once you put yourself out there, you're open. It's like target season. You know what I'm saying? You can be, you know, randomly targeted by some crazy person that just doesn't have anything better to do than to be all up in your business and, you know, just being hateful. So just know that haters are going to come. Oh my God, there's a helicopter flying overhead. Yeah, you know, they're just projecting their lack of doing anything for themselves on you, and they just, because they're not doing anything in their life, so they want to make you feel bad. And haters, yeah, they're loud, and so you can't allow them to bring you down. You know, you just got to focus on those that appreciate your work and those that celebrate you, and just ignore the haters, because like I said, haters gonna hate. Number 3, stop comparing yourself to other creators. Yeah, I know it gets kind of hard sometimes when you look at some creators, you know, you look at some other YouTube content and it's like, I know my video is way better than theirs, or I know what I'm doing is like way better than them. All they did was show a picture of a cake, or all they did was smile on their camera. They're not even doing anything. All they did was smile on their videos, and they got 200,000 views, and I only got 20 views. But you can't compare yourself to others. You know, you got to stop doing that. We're all guilty of that, because I've done the same thing, and sometimes I still do. That's why I said this is a learning thing for me too. I'm learning as I go. You got to stop comparing yourself. You know, I have to constantly remind myself, okay, so I only have 200 views on this video, and I thought my video was so good. Well, maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. You know, don't compare yourself to others, because we don't know what those people went through to get where they are. You know, you just got to find your audience. Apparently they found their audience. So, you know, it's all about, we got to find our audience. We got to sit together and find our audience, and not be critical of others who are doing well, and we compare ourselves to them, and it makes us feel like, we're not doing good, and it can kill your creativity, right? So stay creative, keep that creative mind, and just move forward, but don't compare yourself to other creators. You know what I'm saying? Don't be comparing yourself to other folk, because you don't know what they had to do to get where they are. Wow, it's amazing how fast the sun is really going down out here. And number 4, something that you may have to learn. You may not be dealing with that right now, but eventually, if you really begin to blow up and you really begin to get a lot of eyes on your channel, you're going to have to deal with copycats. You know, and I've heard people say that, you know, you should almost be flattered that people are copying you, because that means that you're doing something great. You're doing something that grabbed their attention. You are someone that they want to be, or your style is a style that they want to have as well. So I guess you can kind of look at being copied as a form of, just be flattered. You know what I'm saying? Just take it like, hey, I'm doing this, and I must be something to have eyes on. So you're going to have copycats at some point. You know, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. And one of the things I do feel like, if someone else is doing something that has worked really well, why not copy it? You know, why not? When I say copy, I don't mean copy word for word, but I mean, why not copy the same format, or the same style, or the same strategies that they're using? And I always use this young man here. I'm telling you, I know y'all probably say I get tired of her talking about Dante, but Dante London and DoorDash, they have a style that so many people have been copying and have been using. And yes, some of these people have really been blowing up because of, you know, just copying the things that they said that they're doing. And there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Because why invent the wheel? You know what I'm saying? It's already there. If it ain't broke, hey, what they say? If it ain't broke, then what? Don't fix it. If you can utilize some things that you're seeing other content creators do, then it's okay. And that's why I say, you know, don't be offended. You know, if you see people copying you, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure you don't copy somebody too. It's all right. It's all good, baby. It's all good. We all do it. Let's copy. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And don't try to reinvent the wheel. Now, number 5, this right here gonna hit home, because it had to hit home with plenty of folks, and it hit home with me too. So I'm sure this gonna hit home with plenty of folks. Now, I know that you want to do what you want to do. That's just in us. That's just how we are. That's just what's in us. That's that nature in us. We want to do it the way we want to do it. So you get on here and you make videos about stuff that you want to make videos about, you don't know whether or not somebody else is interested in it or not. You put all your hard work in it, you put all your time in it, and then you get 20 views, you get 10 views. Well, guess what? You making videos on stuff that you want to talk about when maybe nobody else is interested in that. You got to know when to hold them, baby, and you got to know when to fold them. So don't make all this content on stuff that just because you want to do it. And I'm not saying that you should not be creative. Yes, it's all about being creative, but it has to be something you might need to do a little research to see what it is that the viewers really want to see. Now, if you're offering a service that nobody else is offering, and you maybe somebody else is offering it, but you're putting it in a very simple, you simplified it, you made it easy to digest, you put it in like a little capsule, a little pill, and it's easy to digest, then you should do that. You should do that. You got to know what folks want to see. So don't get discouraged. Don't get all upset if you make content that you really like. You want to talk about how butterflies' wings turn colors when the sun hits it. There might be an audience out there somewhere for that, but I'm just saying, if that's what you're interested in, then great. But you got to find out what it is that the viewers want to see. Because if you don't, and you make this content and you don't get no views on it, then, don't be getting mad. Don't get upset when you put all your time and effort. I'm just saying, don't waste time on creating content that nobody wants to watch and then get all upset when you don't get no views. So do your research. Find out what it is. Look in your comments when you do videos. Look in your comments. See what the viewers are talking about. See what questions that maybe they might have. Ask the audience questions. Ask your viewers questions like, what is it that you guys want to see more? And by the way, can y'all just tell me what kind of topics would you like to hear more information on? What is it that you're interested in that I might be able to shed some light on? I mean, hey, I am 57 years old. I've been around a while, you know what I'm saying? And this YouTube thing is still relatively new, but I'm learning, I'm growing. If you got questions, you got comments, please, I encourage you, drop it in that comment section. And while you're down there in that comment section, go ahead and give this a thumbs up. And if you're interested in this type of content, if you're interested, you've been with me for a while, you've been just watching, you haven't subscribed, but you've been with me for a while, please hit that subscribe button. All right, so I got that out of the way. Bottom line is, yeah, make content that somebody else want to watch, so you won't get upset when nobody else watch it. All right, number 6. So listen, just know this. Great content is not enough. You got to know how to package it. You know what I'm saying? It's all about packaging. Presentation is, like a big thing. You got to know how to present stuff. You got to make it look like something that somebody really want to get, something that somebody really wants to look at, something that's going to grab their attention. Now think about this. If you go in a restaurant and they throw your food on the plate, it might be some of the best food in town, right? It might be the best restaurant. You done heard all kind of good things about this food and the restaurant, and they throw your food on the plate and it looks sloppy. It's all around the edge of the plate, hanging off the plate. You got collard greens hanging over the edge. They didn't even take time to wipe it off the plate. You know how you're supposed to wipe the edge of the plate off, make everything look nice when you plate your food. You know what I'm saying? Honey, they just threw their food up there any kind of way. It did not look appealing at all. And it might be some good food, but you won't know because you're going to look at it like, I don't want that. I don't want no parts of that. So, but let's say you go to another restaurant, right? And their food is just beautifully displayed. They plated your food so elegantly. You know how these fancy restaurants had their food plated so good? Oh, honey, it looks like it's the best thing ever, whether it's good or not. They give you one little bitty piece of something, but they have it up there looking so good, right? It's presented beautifully. So it's the same way with how you package your content, how you package your videos. It's all about having something that's going to be enticing to the eye. You want to make it like, oh my God, that's so beautifully presented. I can't not take a bite of this. You know what I'm saying? I can only imagine how good I won't say apple, whatever the fruit was that Eve was tempted with by the devil. That fruit was looking so good. And he just probably took it and shined it up. Whatever it was, he made it look real good. Well, anyway, we know whatever God makes is good and very good. So we know the fruit already look good. But I mean, the devil probably really presented that food like it was the best piece of fruit ever. So, bottom line is we want our presentation to be like something that's going to stand out. So it's all about the packaging. So it's the same way that those thumbnails and those titles should look when you are presenting your creation. It's your creation. It's a part of you. It's a piece of you. So make sure that how you present is like top notch. And it takes some, it takes some learning how to do those thumbnails, because thumbnails, they can be easy and they can be simple. They don't even have to be like high resolution or high production, but they need to be something that's going to be like catchy, something that's going to make you say, I don't want to pass by that. That looks like that's going to be something really good. You want people to be like, if they don't watch it, it's like you fear of missing out on something. The old FOMO saga, the old FOMO syndrome. So you want to make it should look like something that if you don't watch it, you're going to miss out on something. And like I said from the beginning, I don't claim to be some, expert, some knowledge guru on how to grow on YouTube, but I'm just giving you the things that I'm learning, some of the things that I have learned based on the time that I have been on the platform. But you should always have a mind that you want to learn how to do better. You want to do better with each of your videos. You want it to look better every time. So just know that these are 6. They might be a little brutal. They might feel brutal. You know what I'm saying? Medicine don't never taste good going down. You know what I'm saying? It don't never taste good. But once you get that medicine down on the inside and it starts working, you start feeling better. That's what matters, right? So, just take the medicine, and go on with it. And soon you'll be feeling better and you'll have more people coming to your content. All right. Comment below if any of these things or something that you have learned already, some things that you found out or something that you're working on, comment below and say, just let me know what you're doing. I'm Mrs. G and I want to be your favorite auntie. So come back and see me now, y'all. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, but make sure you give this video a thumbs up and I'll holler at y'all next time. In the meantime, check out this video.